WrestleMania 25. The grandest stage of them all. The Silver Spectacle, as I called it, since it is the silver anniversary, the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania. Now, I'm going to save and reserve my ratings of matches or of the show itself till the end. But I'm going to tell you first, and this is almost like a disclaimer to this video, and if I was a graphic mastermind or some sort of god of editing, I would have this in big letters across the back of the screen. I know there's ways you can do that, but I'm kind of doing this on a rushed schedule, so guys, forgive me for the lack of technical know-how in this video, but because of my video, do not think that you should not watch the product, okay? And the reason why I say that is because I'm just a man with an opinion. I'm a man who's not afraid and not hesitant to come into a room with a camera in front of me and talk what I think and speak my mind. Do not be influenced or swayed by what I'm about to say. However, listen and listen carefully, because what I have to say is very important. WrestleMania 25, in my opinion, was one of the most disappointing WrestleManias that I've ever had to, well, I could say privilege, but considering that $70 or so had to be paid in order for it to be ordered, it was just something that I had to, it was almost like I was forced to watch it, because it's WrestleMania and I love wrestling. It wasn't a privilege by the end of the night. It was a show that had all the makings of what could be considered a supercard or a fantastic show, but instead it really turned out to be very mediocre. Now, first off, the Colons and the Miz and Morrison tag team match with the Bella Twins in each corner, one in each corner, whatever the hell it was, for the unification of the tag team matchup, was pulled. You didn't even see it on the show. So if you were a big Miz, Morrison, Primo, or Carlito Colon fan, or just thought that the Bella Twins were ridiculously hot, you were out of luck. You didn't get to see anything regarding that whatsoever. And that's absolutely ludicrous. But there have been dark matches before that have usually been showed on the pre-show, which is the half an hour that you get prior to WrestleMania. This didn't even show up on the WrestleMania pre-show. For something that is going to unify the tag team titles and potentially have a storyline implication, this is completely unacceptable. But at the same time, like I said before, they've done it before with matchups, so it's something that, while it's unacceptable, we as wrestling fans kind of have to take that one on the chin. They started off the night with the Money in the Bank ladder match, which a lot of people say and agree is just a giant spot fest since there are ladders everywhere. And for me, my main issue with this matchup was its length. And for being something that is this valuable, I really believe that there was just not enough to it. There were some amazing moments. There were some really innovative and new moves that I saw in this matchup from many superstars that I really didn't expect to kind of kick it up a notch, but they did for WrestleMania. Shelton Benjamin being one of them. He went up to the top of the ladder and just went absolutely berserk off of it and looked like he almost killed himself. Alright. He seriously looked like he about killed himself, and I give Shelton all the props in the world for getting back up and being okay and finishing the matchup. Kofi Kingston stole that show, I think, as far as that matchup is concerned, because his use of the ladder and his use of his unique breed of offense was breathtaking at moments. And to be honest, the result of CM Punk having the victory, it was kind of anticlimactic, because to me, it didn't seem like the person who gave the best show, or even the person that may make the most sense, won the match. But, hey, I'm just a simple fan. What do I know? Am I right? Yeah. The Divas Battle Royal, there was no surprise. There was no Trish. There was no Lita. And Santino Marella, or should I say Santina Marella, won the match. Not very much to say about that, except for the fact that you saw the return of Sunny. That was pretty cool. But aside from that, it was pretty useless. The announcing was ridiculous. There were no entrances. They just came down as Kid Rock was finishing his last song, and that was it. They just went at it. You didn't even really know who was exiting, who was, you know, doing what. It was pretty useless. They could have had that be the dark match and put in the unification match, and I would probably not have cared. I would have noticed. I would have forgotten the fact that that was even supposed to happen. The JBL Rey Mysterio Intercontinental title match, and please, I'm probably going to go out of order, so pay no mind to it. 21 seconds long. One of the shortest matchups in WrestleMania history, and then we saw JBL say, "I quit." And personally, I sort of saw it coming because JBL has been talking about walking for a long time. He's got a lot of other things going for him, and he's very financially secure. So while I'm kind of upset that he didn't get a bigger hurrah at his last WrestleMania, if he was willing to do that, then more power to him. Way to put Rey Mysterio over again whenever he really didn't need it. Matt versus Jeff, brother versus brother. This was the first really shining spectacle of the night. It was in Extreme Rules, so you knew, because of the Hardys' past, that there was a good chance that this was going to be a very good match. And it was. There were a lot of very, very creative spots. In fact, one of them involved 2 tables and Matt Hardy right in the middle of them. A literal Hardy sandwich, which I thought was kind of a cool little thing to do. And a lot of the people that I was watching it with had the same reaction that I did, that I just shared with you, the Hardy sandwich. I know a lot of you are Hardy fans, so I'm actually going to let this one up in the air of who won. This is actually going to encourage you to watch the pay-per-view and find out, because this was a really good match, and this is something that really could have gone either way, and it would have made sense. But I'll just say this: the rivalry is secure. There's definitely a lot that could be said, and a lot that was unsaid. So there's a future to this.